Hello, everybody. It's Friday evening. Thank you for joining Rainbow Prince in the house tonight. So, I just wanted to thank you guys for joining us, and I appreciate all the love and support, as well as you folks trying to reach out and those that are still getting there. Um, First and foremost, I would like to thank God for everything that He's done for all of us, actually. Not only me and my family, but as well as everybody else who hasn't realized it yet or who has realized it and is just being shy. Okay? But first and foremost, tonight is actually Rainbow Prince's first interview that's going to be done over topics of um, abuse and any type of story that you folks desire to tell. But tonight I have my special guest, the love of my life, my wife, Crystal Follow, who will be joining me real shortly here in reference to telling her story. So, for all those who have ever been neglected, abuse in any type of form or matter, mental, physical, please, I hope this story and others that are lined up for you guys this weekend help you to find some sort of peace and setting yourself free. So these are real life stories, and individuals came through to want to share their stories with you guys. So I appreciate that you guys are joining us, and I appreciate all that you guys do for your love and support, especially for my writings. And thank you for visiting my website, checking me out on live feed on Facebook, as well as podcasts. So thank you guys once again for joining Rainbow Prince tonight, interviewing my wife, Crystal Follow. I'd like to thank you guys all for joining who are there, that's there right now. Thank you for coming aboard. And I am going to introduce to you folks my wife, Crystal Follow.
Hi.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
So, I just want to thank you as your wife, Rainbow Prince.
hmm
I want to actually say thank you for all that you've done, okay? Um, as well as thank you for allowing those out there who don't even know us
hmm
and that do know us, sharing the story that's happened to you. And in lieu of trying to reach those, all of those who've been hurt in any type of fashion of mental or physical, but I thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome.
so, if you don't mind, could you just let them know who you are?
I'm Crystal Follow, aka Lavo Set. I am an upcoming artist with my cousin, and our group is called Goddess Dyad.
Okay. Where were you born?
I was born in San Antonio, Texas. Whoop whoop.
Okay. So, what gave you the courage to talk to me and
Um,
share your story with a lot of people out there?
I just think a lot of people out there have stories to be told, and people don't tell their stories anymore. I don't hear stories out there. I hear it on Facebook and I see long letters, but it's better when you speak it out into existence because once you tell your story and you let it out, you're able to move on from it. Because that dark that you have in your heart that you keep remembering and you don't share it, it's going to stay stuck in your heart and it's going to stay stuck in your soul. So you need to be able to release this. And for me, this is releasing.
Thank you, my wife. So, I'm going to possibly take a few minutes right here, right now, because I'm going to open up the floor to you and allow you to go ahead and share with everybody who cares to listen in, as well as participate. If there's any questions you guys have, if you can kindly save it till the end, and I will open up that floor for you folks. So please, once again, I'm going to allow my wife to go ahead and share the incidents that had occurred in her life that she's willing to share with you folks right now. Okay? Thank you very much for joining.
So where do I start? You
Well,
gonna ask me a
yeah,
question?
sure, if you wouldn't mind. Exactly when did the incident start and what had happened?
Okay, well, the one incident I do want to talk about is something that happened with I call sperm donor, and someone I trusted. I think it happened back in 2015. I did get gastric bypass surgery, and I ended up getting really sick. I think I lost like 200 pounds in 6 months.
Okay.
So I started getting really, really, really sick. And at the time, it was me and my kids and my mother and sperm donor living in an apartment. And ever so often, my brother, we had a 4-bedroom apartment, and he was downstairs. My brother was downstairs. And I think I started getting sick like around October. Was it? No, I think it was, yeah, in October, like really, really sick where I wasn't able to function correctly and take care of the kids. So I got scared and I was like, I think I need to go into the hospital. I called my mom because she worked in a different state. So I started getting real sick. She told me to go to the hospital. I went to the hospital and then they told me that I was having an obstruction from the gastric. I was having gastric bypass failure or whatever. I had an obstruction, so I ended up having to stay in the hospital. So this person had to come and fly from work to take care of the kids because I wasn't able to. I was in the hospital and I was getting really sick and they were about to release me. So I trusted this person. They came and the instructions were if I was to be let home, someone had to monitor my medication.
Okay.
So I told this person to exactly, here's the list and blah, blah, blah. One of the medications was Tylenol. What's the liquid kind?
Um, Tylenol with
Codeine.
codeine.
I think it's Tylenol with codeine. And it was liquid and it was a very strong dosage. So somebody had to monitor.
Okay.
So my incident happened right, I think it was the same night they let me go from the hospital. And I remember little things here and there. I just remember taking the medicine that night. I got home from the hospital and I just remember going in and out a lot. I think for 3 days straight. I think I was given too much medication.
Okay.
So I just remember I was in and out a lot and I was still in pain. I could still feel the pain when I was sleeping. So, and I was one night, the night I went home from the hospital, I told him, here, this is what you're supposed to give me. I'm going to take the medicine. I'm in pain. Let me go to sleep, whatever. So I went to sleep. I had our oldest, Xander, on the bed. It was a big king bed. I had our son, Xander, on the bed on the other side. And I just remember I kept waking up and seeing him there next to me. And I could feel him doing certain things. And I was feeling uncomfortable. And I just remember his hands being in my pants. I told him he needed to get off of me. And I pushed him off. And I just remember dozing back off. And I remember I woke up because I felt like something was happening to me. I don't want to get too detailed.
That's
Is that
fine.
okay?
It's whatever way
Okay,
you feel
so
comfortable.
I felt uncomfortable and I felt like I needed to wake up. So I woke up, and when I woke up, I was facing Xander on the bed. And I got scared because I felt something. So I look and he was on top of me and I was like, you need to stop. You need to leave me alone. You need to get out or I'm going to get my brother. So he got up. You could tell every time I told him this, you could tell he was scared. Like he knew he was doing something wrong. So then I think the next time I had got up and I pushed him off of me and I told him, I'm going to go get my brother. Or I told him, I'm going to get the gun and I'm going to shoot you if you don't leave me alone. Because I just kept passing out on the bed. And I kept thinking in my head, are you serious? Like, Xander's right next to me and you're doing this? That's a child. That's disgusting. That's pure evil. I mean, yeah, I know he was violating me, but at the same time, it's like, what if my son wakes up and sees this? You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
would be a way different story that I'm telling if that would have happened. But I just remember the next time I was in pain and I needed to take some medicine, I was like, I'm not going to take anything. So for like, I think 2 weeks, I was in a lot of pain because I didn't want to take any medicine. And I had texted him several times, you know what you did to me. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that, blah, blah, blah. And just from then on, I was just, I didn't know what to do because I was still in pain, a lot of pain.
Right.
As you know, I've been having problems with that even when I met you. I was
Yeah.
going through it because they did it wrong or whatever. But I just remember texting him. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should tell my mom what happened. I didn't, I was more worried about if I keep taking these drugs that I'm not going to be able to function. Because if he's able to do that to me while I'm drugged out, the same night I got home from the hospital, I didn't know what was happening with the children.
Yeah.
So I would force myself to get up and go check on the kids and make sure everything. I would talk to them. I would tell them. I'd be like, "Look, this is, you okay? You guys, anything happening?" I would tell Alexander, wake me up anytime you want to, and because I just didn't trust this man there. And so from then on, he knew exactly what he did, but till this day, he denies it. And of course, he does because you confronted him with it. But he knows what he did. He knows exactly what he did. And even thereafter, I think I told my mom, I don't remember the details, but I know I told my mom and a couple of my friends what happened, and they told me to report it. I did try to report it
The letter that you wrote to the commanding officer of
where
that
he
base.
worked. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I did
seen it.
write.
We even have that for evidence as well.
I have that letter. I sent it to them, letting them know what happened, and that they have someone working with them
Yeah.
that's a rapist. And I even went to the police. That I had to speak to the sheriff. And this is what makes it so hard for women to come out and tell their stories.
Yeah.
Because when you tell something like that, they're always like, "Oh yeah, whatever, whatever." Especially it sounds weird, like the father of my kids, and then the sheriff's like, "What?" If you're lying, you could go to prison for this. And I was like, this is exactly why I didn't want to report it. Was because there's really no help out there for people. Rape. You hear the word rape and it's like, oh, whatever. That happens to everyone. Oh, whatever. That happens to everyone.
Yeah.
And it happens, it's become a norm for that to happen.
That's true.
It's like, girls go out to the club, they want to have fun and whatever their prerogative is, and they get too drunk or, drugged up or whatever, and then something happens to them. That happens to girls all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Every week. Every week in the club, in the bars, everywhere. Girls are being raped. And it's hard for a girl to go out there and report this because nobody wants to really listen.
Rainbow Prince does. Rainbow Prince does. I just thought I'd throw that in there. I mean, because if you don't mind, all of us, I was trying to tell wifey that, this world is chaotic simply because, not that we chose, but there's a lot of things. If you seek down each and every individual that's lashing out with anger as well as stress and quick to jump with anger, you have to seek down, because if you really tap into those individuals, they probably are the ones that have been traumatized. Not that it's an excuse for anybody's behavior because they're grown now, but think about it. Have they even been able to share their story like my wife has?
No.
You know? You know what I'm saying, babe? And in reference to that, it's like these are like wounds that have been tried to suppress for a lot of us out there. And suppressing that, you've really never ever really freed yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm so.
I never shared my story with a lot of people, even in my family, but there's been times where it has come out and, really no feelings towards it. But I also don't like to bring darkness to my family members. I've told you that before.
I understand that.
I don't like to put that in somebody's head and have that in their head every time they see me. You know what I mean? And the people that do know, and it's fine, whatever your feelings are towards it, it's not going to bother me because I'm free from it. But everybody has a story to tell. I'm not just the only one.
Yeah,
we all go through things. Everybody
true.
does.
That's very true right there.
Everybody does.
And that's why, if you don't mind me interjecting, but I believe that there's a lot of us out there that have been harmed. I mean, so a lot of us. And today, our society, we're so quick to judge and blast people and put others down and showing that our way is the right way. Although we haven't even tapped into what really makes us trigger. What has happened in our life that we've suppressed over all the years, trying to cope with becoming a grown-up, going into a family, even a ready-made family, building children, raising them, raising your own family, but not even having the chance or the opportunity to help yourself from all the wounds that are hidden that couldn't have came out because you had no way out then. There was, back in the day, I mean, you couldn't go to anybody without the fear of them turning on you, even up till now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It takes
whatever you have to do to make yourself feel better, do it. I mean, this is your mind, this is your soul, this is your heart. If you need to let something out, just let it out. Who cares what somebody's going to say? They're not going to be there when you're crying in the shower or thinking about it or curled up in the bed or what, praying to God saying, when does this go away? It goes away when you let it out. When you let it out, it will go away and you feel so free. You'll be flying like a bird.
What's amazing is I'm so thankful to God that you actually wanted to share your story with me live, because I know deep down in my heart there's a lot of you out there that just pass by on Rainbow Prince when I'm announcing what I would love to talk about and helping you folks to come to a peaceful outcome for yourselves. I mean, the world today is chaotic simply because the suppressing of the things that we weren't able to free ourselves from when we were younger. And today, my wife and I are joining all of you because enough is enough. No woman nor no man should ever been touched or violated on something that wasn't given to them to take. That is yours. God gave you. And knowing that you've been stripped and ripped away from that innocence that you've had breaks a person to a certain degree. You know what I mean? A lot of you don't even, I'm sure there's been hundreds and hundreds, thousands at that actually just threw in the towel. But I don't want that to happen today, because Rainbow Prince, like I mentioned, stands for freeing ourselves, loving one another. But we don't have to break bread. Trust me, we don't. We don't have to love each other out of this world, but we can compromise, look out for one another. And these people that are abusing individuals, women, children, males, men getting raped, I mean, this is going to stop. Especially if I'm here to have this ripple effect go along. I need people like you folks out there to stand up for what really matters, because without them ripping apart our spirits, we wouldn't be in this society that's so broken today. We need help from where it really stems from. Correct, Bud?
Correct, Mundo.
I'd just like to thank you very much for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you folks that joined us tonight. And, you know, if you are that individual out there, free yourself. Correct?
Free yourself.
How
Do something different.
How is it that you deal with it nowadays? What can you tell those out there? The women, the men, the children, the kids, the teens that are going through what you've gone through. What would you tell them today to help them better see and free themselves?
I probably would tell them to don't be afraid. Don't have fear in your heart. Once you tell your story and you let people know what happened to you, I mean, even if it's a stranger, tell somebody. If you tell somebody, you're going to feel so much better. Trust me. Trust me. It's not worth having all this stuff in your heart and in your soul trapped. Because you can't move on.
Exactly.
Tell somebody.
Exactly.
Tell Rainbow Prince.
I don't mind. I'm here. I'm not... Look at everybody. I'm not saying that I have all the answers. All I'm saying is free yourself. You need somebody to share your story with. You're not alone. Trust me. Right, babe?
You're not.
You're not
Do
alone.
something different. If you're not ready for that, try meditating.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not alone. Trust me. All you need to do is reach out. If you're scared, find somebody who can help you right away. If there's something that you just want to share and get off your chest, you need a soundboard, somebody to just be there and no judgment, please hit us up. But at this time right now, babe, for everybody out there, Rainbow Prince, well, Barbara, follow to you because I am your wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to thank you.
Are you going to ask me to marry you?
Well, we got to...
Oh my God. No, I'm just kidding. We're already married.
Yeah. We've married 3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with Judge Rangel.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys, I would like to thank you for joining us. I know it was very difficult for you to come out, and I was hoping to ease that for you in a sense of sharing your story. I thank you and I commend you for coming out. For all of you that are still behind the screen being shy, to come on over. Talk to us. Let us know. I mean, you know, we're not about judging anything, but we're about love and peace and trying to protect those, especially all the innocents. You guys get it? So, if there's...
Can I do a flow?
Yeah?
So they can know what I do what I've done to release a lot of situations that
Yeah, sure.
I've been through in life.
Yeah.
What's one thing you do to relieve some stress?
Right. Actually, I write. I don't know where the writing comes from because I seriously cannot remember things that I do write. I mean, I'll just sit there and I'll be writing like I can't catch up. My mind is moving way too fast for me to type, and I'm not a typer. So, yeah, it's writing.
I think when I first seen your poems, I looked at you for a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like...
Yeah, you were a little upset with me.
I was like, wait a minute. You could write? Where's this coming from? I knew you had it in you. Because you're very genius. Very wise. I were. But when I read COVID, I was like, I was like, there it is. There it is.
See, you guys, even me, later in life, I will share my story with you guys eventually down the road, but I would love to put it first out there to all you folks that are needing help quickly, because I know you probably sit there and you go through what you go through and like intimidated of like, should I reach out or should I not? I'm going to get this more, or God would give you the courage to make that move. Because in all honesty, The only one that you're hurting without sharing or getting help is actually you. You know what I mean? I mean, you deserve the best. Trust me, God makes only the cream of the crop. You guys get it? Reach out to us. Reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to try to be there for you and help you folks through this, okay? So anyways, once again, it's Rainbow Prince in the house. Please do check out my writings. I appreciate you that stopped there and those that bought my book, correct?
Yes.
My cousins that just joined up with me, follows. I appreciate you guys. It's been a minute. You can find my book, right, on Amazon.
2 books.
2 books. And also, please check out my website, which is www.rainbowprincewritings.com. My novel will be released. Well, actually, I'm going to complete that tomorrow. Tomorrow. We're going to walk up into Saturday. But we also have Late Night Chop with Rainbow Prince tomorrow at midnight. Please join us tomorrow.
It's going to be
9 Central. We have Sister Tanya from Washington State that will be sitting in and joining us to share her story. Please, it's not only for anybody here, but for all of you guys. Please feel free to hit me up. Let me know. Correct, babe? And what else? Yeah?
Yeah.
I thank you very much, my wife,
You're
for
welcome.
sharing your story. I appreciate that. If you guys could at least, it took a lot. It takes a lot for somebody to open up, period. And I can't wait till it's my turn to share with you guys. But in lieu time, it'll be time after I interview everybody else. You want to share a flow real quick for these guys?
Okay.
She's going to go ahead and do a live one for you guys real quick here. That's Lavo said in the house, got his dyad. This is my wifey. She's going to give you guys a little something. And thank you once again for joining us. Okay, go ahead, babe.
Okay, give me a minute. This is what I do. Can you not face it?
Okay, well, go ahead.
This is what I do to relieve some stress. I write.
Okay.
Puff the magic dragon, I could see the clouds are rising, then I'm crawling to the top. Where the fuck is my deposit? I be dancing with the lighted while I'm gaining all this knowledge. Don't be trying to shut me down. Let me turn and fix my crown. Can nobody tell me not a goddess? Dyad coolest part of love and light is in our blood. Don't be trying to cut us down. I can hear the whispers louder while I pull up with a ride. Everyone evacuate. That's all.
Thank you very much. Lavo said, thank you very much. That's my wifey, and this is what she does to release her stress and everything else. I mean, she does that. She does it extremely well. And look into the real near future for them to come out and lay.
She's my manager, so.
She's my manager, though.
So we get right up on it.
Okay, guys. I appreciate you guys' time. Thank you very much for joining us. Say bye, babe.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Anyways, it's Rainbow Prince. Please check out my podcast, which is Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, as well as Public Radio. Thank you, Facebook Live Feed, as well as Ryko. Check my stuff out on Ryko, as well as my website. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Rainbow Prince, for showing up and at least listening to the story. So please, we have a lineup for this weekend. If you don't mind, check me out again tomorrow night. We've got Tanya Stone from Washington State, correct? Mm-hmm. Which will be sharing her story tomorrow at 9 Central. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget, be cautious, be careful. Oh, COVID's out there. Always caution. You get what I'm saying? Rainbow Prince. Rainbow Prince in the house. Always rocking one love. God bless. Signing out. Thank you very much for joining.